I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
Welcome back. It's the Midday Muscle. Now we'll jump right into today with an update from old Urs Kalazinski, now that he and his team are starting to head into the next phase of his Olympia prep. We came across some commentary earlier this week that we thought was interesting from a few people who were talking about how the new changes to the weight caps could be a positive effect for someone like Urs. Urs has had to deal with some pretty restrictive diets to come in under that limit, something that we weren't really taking into consideration before. So the counter argument here may be that the new rules give everyone else in the same degree of wiggle room. It might not do much to change the outcomes unless you happen to be one of the smaller guys who were allotted a higher cap, like Terrence Ruffin, in which case it could be a big game changer. But even if it just gives Urs a chance to come in slightly better, when you're talking about competing at this level, the little stuff goes a long way. And in the long run, a tiny edge can end up making all the difference in the eyes of the judges. And we've also got a new update for you today from Brett Wilkin, who looks like he drummed up some attention after his latest guest posing appearance over the weekend. We're not sure if we saw anything on stage here that we haven't seen already in the last few weeks leading up to this, except for the fact that he's even in better shape now, which isn't exactly news considering that he's on a contest diet. But it is nice to see him start running into form after being under wraps for the better part of the last 8 to 10 months. At this point, it's probably still too early to tell if he has enough size to be a serious top 10 threat in the Open this year, but if you're a Brett fan, you should love what you're seeing right now, because he looks like he's right where he needs to be if he's going to make a splash in his Olympia debut. And right now, we should be 4 to 5 weeks away from finally seeing Nathan Diasha fire up the old engines again for the Yamamoto Pro. And based on reports we're hearing, people might want to start clearing off the runway, because he might be coming out the gate at hyperspeed. And here's the thing, for one reason or another, it feels like Nathan is carrying around a chip on his shoulder. And historically, a pissed off Nathan has been an absolute nightmare for guys up there on that stage. If he starts getting the vibe that people are putting him in a tier below Regans and Vitos of the world at any point over the next few weeks, watch out, because I can see him going out there looking to show everyone that he's still capable of being an elite bodybuilder when he's dialed in. Our last update for today is actually an opinion piece, I'd say, from Corey, all about Hadi. Who would have thought that hearing your peers talk about you as being overrated and saying that you're probably going to be a one-time champ would rub him the wrong way? No one could have saw that coming. Well, apparently everyone thought the internet wasn't going to make its way over there and that he was going to be completely in the dark and not know that some of the other guys he was going to be sharing at the stage with were out there trying to tear him down, despite the fact that none of the people making comments have a world title on their resume. Yeah, Corey can't imagine why he'd be upset. So weird, isn't it? And I guess it's probably good for business to keep publicly putting down the product, right? Because other top athletes in their spot are doing the same thing, like in the NFL, or the MLB, or the NBA. Oh, that's right, that doesn't happen. But somehow, because this is bodybuilding, we're supposed to give professionalism a pass and not hold ourselves to high standards because it's quote-unquote just the culture. Corey's on a rager with this one, because he thinks nothing draws people together like negativity or having a common enemy. So why not just keep going? Because this type of conversation is really productive and doesn't create divisiveness at all. It makes perfect sense, right? Not sarcastic? And that will do it for this Midday Muscle. Do you agree with Corey? Are you also a Hadi defender? Let us know as always in the comments. Rage it up. See you next time.